show how life was like in the camps and such.
Here's our opening letter. We turned it into a video.
Okay. Japanese invaded Alaska. U.S. denied everything.
Yeah.
When the get up in the morning, they always say good day. When the get up in the morning, they.
I literally saw you.
Why did it look up tonight? I don't know. Okay, this is my book.
Imagine that one day you receive notice that you and your whole family must be ready to move within 48 hours. You could take only the possessions you could carry and no one would tell you when you would be permitted to return home. Sound like a bad dream? This happened to over 100,000 United States citizens and legal residents during World War II. Your job is to find out why. Did you know that the Japanese-American internment camps reported over 127,000 United States citizens imprisoned during World War II? Their crime? Being of Japanese ancestry.
Thank you.
This is Ariel's.
Have you ever wondered about what actually happened after Pearl Harbor? What America was actually like? Well, that is what I'm here to tell you. I have to tell you something that was so secret very few people found out. Till now, that is. America lied to its people. We found out that Alaska was going to be invaded, and we sent backup for them, and the backup decided they were not going to go. So the backup got fired because Alaska did get invaded, and they had no help whatsoever. After that, the American government denied it had happened. So are you interested yet?
Okay. This is Lydia.
You gotta look down and you're like, are you gonna press play button?
This isn't playing.
Have you ever wondered what life was like in the Japanese internment camps? There were riots, wars, and families living in poverty, with no way out from behind the barbed wire fences. Just ask yourself this: do you feel their rights were violated?
Okay. My genre was to do postcards from like one person to another, from like a perspective on someone that was interned. It starts out like, I just made up a name, Dear Cousin Susie. The barracks they have forced us to live in are in terrible condition. There are holes in the floors and walls, and it is very cold at night. It is as small as the size of a living room, and I am expected to live here with 5 other people. I can't imagine where I will be in a month. I see white everywhere. Everything looks like it has been coated in flour. The guards told us there had been a sandstorm last night, so that is what covers the balloon. I'm still shaking sand out of my shoes. If only they took the time to build these places properly. I knew it wouldn't be much longer before this happened. A riot broke out, and this whole place is in chaos. 3 guards are already dead, and 9 people got shot trying to escape. I am writing this to you behind an overgrown bush. You always told me I was good at hiding and seek. I hope they never find me. That was just like some of them.
My genre was to do an eyewitness account, and I did a blog. I wasn't the normal type of girl you would expect. I had good grades. I didn't get in trouble. Most people would call me quiet. Hello, my name is Chio. And Chio is Japanese for, I can't remember what it was. Wasn't it I think it was like a, I can't remember. Anyway, most people would call me a goody goody because I was smart and didn't get into trouble.
Hold on a minute. I would appreciate the rudeness to stop. You're in the middle of a presentation. Everybody should be facing this group and paying attention.
It was a typical day at school, everyone laughing and talking about what they were doing this weekend. As of me, I had my nose in the book. Yep, that's me, the nerd of my family. My family is composed of me, my mother, father, and my brother. I am the youngest of my family, and as it was time to go home, I gathered my things and headed home. As I stepped through the front door, I looked around and see my mother was sitting at a table crying while holding an envelope in her hand. I took the envelope and read over the paper very carefully. I was trying to make myself believe that it wasn't true, but we had 24 hours to leave. I went up to my room and sat there and thought to myself, why are they doing this? I remember because it was Pearl Harbor. My mother hollered for all of us to come to the living room, and she had explained that we had to leave and we were only allowed to pack 1 suitcase and we didn't know where we was going. After wondering how many minutes, seconds, even hours had passed, we pulled up to this place I had never seen before. There were little kids and their parents running around, screaming and hollering, pleading for help. I sat there in the car looking at this strange place I'd never seen before. There were barbed wire fences everywhere, buildings as high as you could think of. They looked like they were just thrown together. After being here for so long, I had been set free. I had realized my childhood was taken away from me and I could never get it back. I knew I would never have any more childhood. And there's a picture of the kids around the building.
My genre was a newscast.
Good.
Hello, people in Morgan. You are watching Channel 46 News. It's February 19th, 1942, the day that millions of lives were changed forever.
Breaking news! President Roosevelt just signed Executive Order number 9066, which will force close to 120,000 Japanese Americans to move to one of 10 relocation centers. Here's Brianna with a close-up interview with the
Thank you, Ariel and Lydia. I'm here with Akiko, one of the Japanese Americans who were uprooted and brought here. How does it feel to lose everything and everyone you've ever known just to come to this strange place?
It's just too much for me to bear. Too much for anyone to bear. I mean, some of us have never even been to Japan, and we still had to sell our homes, stores, and almost everything we own. They expect us to just drop everything and come to this prison they call a camp. I'm trapped. You're just like all the other 120,000 Japanese Americans. I want to just leave. I just want everything to go back to the way it was before Pearl Harbor ever got bombed.
I appreciate everything you have just told us. But if I may ask you one more question. What is your education like here?
Well, all of us children have to go to school together. So they're keeping us up on our education. I don't like going, but at least I can stay with my siblings.
Thank you so much for that useful information. Now back to Ariel and Lydia.
This is unbelievable. Would you like to sing for your children?
So sad. People of Oregon, we will try our best to update you on anything else that changes. This is Channel 46 News.
See you next time.
We have some research that we did, and like some of the social injustices were the government confiscated and later sold without consent their homes, their farms, their boats, and other businesses. They had to live in like stables with pigs and goats and cows, and it was at like a summer fair, and that was where they went before the barracks got built.
Many of the families had to sell their homes, their stores, and most of their what does that say? Most of their assets. And until the camps were completed, many of the avenues were held in temporary centers such as stables at local racetracks.
They had to leave their homes and live in 10 large relocation camps in remote, desolate areas surrounded by barbed wire and armed guards. 2/3 were native-born American citizens and had never been to Japan.
Alright, last honor.
Hold on, read the
You just read his honors instead of telling mine.
scrapbook. Show the scrapbook.
It's on Ash.
Seal.
Attention students, I need Matthew Bowen to please come to the office. Matthew Bowen, please come to the office. Office students, the following students need to see Coach Russ, J.C. Myers, Brittany Hebner, Kennedy Prorog, and Megan Aker. Please see Coach Russ at this time. Thank you.